Well, hello, my wonderful hive, and welcome to this video or whatever this is. So let's get into it.
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The royal hostess with the mostest. The queen bee with the money, honey.
B plus.
That's right. And it's time you all bow to the real queen bee.
Here comes the most beautiful bee in the universe.
You're stealing all the bees just because you're jealous?
No, that's just a bonus. My actual plan is to capture all the queens. Their hives will then have no choice but to follow me.
Does this unmute me? Oh, look at that, it did. Well, hi guys, it's me again. Actually, I'm not on here much, so not really again, because I have some things I want to say. Yeah, we're gonna go there. I really tried to upload like a whole video of some clips, but unfortunately, I don't know. The video, my internet cannot do it. I don't quite know why, but it can. Well, because I suffered through. So I don't know. I've been back for the past like 2 weeks and have tried to, not intentionally, but I've gotten caught up in not caught up in terms of like getting up to date on everything that's been going on. And I've been seeing some stuff that I have a lot to say about, and I'm going to do that. So I mean, I think we as a community really just need to come together and figure this out because none of this kind of thing would have happened years ago. I'm sorry, it just wouldn't have. And as somebody who did, in fact, make or start off at least my channel talking about Natasha, I think I have a better leg to stand on than many people in terms of calling people out about this because let me tell you, it could not be any more obvious and sad what I'm seeing here. And people can deny that their intentions or whatever all they want, but I'm here to correct that narrative. Oh, here comes my cat. Hi, Chicory. Don't hi. Oh, it's okay. Hi. Please don't come up here though. You're gonna step on the keyboard. But anyways, so I tried to upload these clips, so I'm gonna play them on my phone. So it's just gonna be sound only. I apologize. Not that there's anything to look at because it's just darling Nikki's face on a screen talking. So I mean, I'm sure you'd much rather look at mine. So we'll just put her voice there. So I suffered through a couple of her live streams, or at least I tried to, just to see what everything was about. Because I'm not going to pass judgment on somebody before I know what anything's about. But let me. In this community, seeing something quite train wreck, but it's like a train wreck that's destructive and has gone off the rail and hit an entire town. Like,
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Sorry, guys. Chicory, don't do that, please. You can come sit here. You can come sit here with Mama. Not on the computer, though. I don't know why I talk to him as if he knows what I'm saying. He doesn't. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this because, like her or not, Natasha does not deserve what's coming at her, especially from somebody who's to be fair, I'm not entirely sure if it's building a channel, if it's money. I think for Nikki, it's simply the attention, which I think makes it almost even worse that she's willing to go to these levels. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're a little late on this, dude. Like Natasha, if you wanted to call Natasha out, I don't know why we didn't hop on that bandwagon freaking years ago. Because I can tell you, I can list so many people that have called Natasha out and made that their channel and done it way better than you do. I'm just saying, it's all in good fun until you start like taking it to levels, especially when you're like preaching, saying that you care about kids and that's what you're going after Natasha about. But in that process, you are just talking about kids in a way that's inappropriate. Like, I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. The problem is though, I don't think this person makes sense at all. But I'm going to play some clips just kind of as a talking point. But before I get into that, I just wanted to say, like, first of all, I'm not going to be on here looking to build my channel back up. I really don't want to do that. So me hanging around, it has nothing to do with building up my channel. It has nothing to do with anything like that. I just want to address these things because I can, And because I feel like I'm in a position in which I can do that. And I also wanted to say, I am also not here to deal with the politics on here. Like, I'm not about that. I don't care. So coming at me, like, there are people coming at me right now that I don't have a problem with at all. And I think a perfect example of that is Lycan. Lycan, I see you commented on some of my stuff. I understand how hypocritical it looks for me to defend Natasha, but I mean, let's be real, guys. Who here hasn't flipped? You call it flip flopping when it's somebody you don't like, but if it's somebody you're friends with, you call it being an adult. So I don't know which it is. Lycan, I like you. I have no issues with you. I don't really want to be in any chats where anyone's bashing you. I think you're very talented. Nothing has changed. I really actually like it when you do content that you've done some true crime stuff, you've done some like pop culture stuff. I like it a lot. The Eli stuff isn't for me. I can't get into it. It's not for me. So like me hanging out elsewhere, I don't want to play this politics stuff. I want to hang out with who I enjoy hanging out with, like, or I want to be places. I don't care anymore, okay? Because we have bigger problems to deal with, guys. We have much bigger problems to deal with. Now, I also want to put it as like Robbie's always been like this. Let's be real. Anybody who's been in this community for a long time knows that. So I don't know. That's not also like my aim of this, but the other one needs to, have several seats. The other one needs to have several seats. But I mean, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I truly couldn't. I mean, I thought there were like a set of rules that we went by here. And I mean, it blows my mind that you could be, if you poke a bear, you lose the right to be upset when they do something about it. Now, my understanding is that this Nikki person has gone after Natasha first and poked and poked and poked and poked and poked and poked and poked, all because I don't know. Is it to build a channel? Like, is that what it is? Because I'm going to tell you right now, like, there is nothing out there that people haven't put out. It doesn't exist. So there's no big like bomb that you can drop about Natasha that people haven't already seen and don't care. That's simply just a fact. I mean, let's be real. Granny's Watching came out and did this years ago, and she did it way better than you. And I don't even like Granny's Watching, but I'll hand credit to where credit is due. Like, she tried to expose Natasha, Kim McCrafton, myself. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of people that have put out content, at quote unquote exposing Natasha. But as the years have gone by, it's become abundantly clear that first of all, no one is better, like morally, like that doesn't exist. That way of thinking doesn't matter. And also, I'm going to go where I enjoy, like, the community and stuff. And Natasha, honest to God, has never done anything like this. And a lot of this stuff really is, I mean, I don't really know, but many people have tried to quote unquote expose Natasha. And I assure you, everybody in her chat has seen these videos. Everybody around here has seen these videos because so many people before you have put them out and they don't care. The only people that you are entertaining right now are the people that already don't like Natasha and go from chat to chat to chat and have done this for years because maybe she hurt their feelings or I don't know. But let me tell you straight up, Natasha, I'm so sorry that this is happening because you don't deserve this. Nothing you have done has warranted this. And Nikki, I don't know what you're trying to prove. I don't. There is nothing new. You keep saying that you have like all this evidence and this proof and stuff from Facebook days. Well, I put out videos from Facebook days. Many people, no one cares. And the difference is that I'm not going to hold on to things for years and years and years. Like, it's pointless. It's stupid. And a lot of people just want to move on and have content that they enjoy. Communities. It's about community for a lot of us. And it's so stupid to hold on to the politics like that. And it's even stupider is the reasons. But I'm going to play some clips. And like I said, it's going to have to be audio because for whatever reason, I can't seem to upload this video, which is really unfortunate because that would have made it a lot easier. But like I said, 85 hours remaining. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Nope. So I don't even know where to start. So let's just start with the first one here. And I will pause. This is just going to be a pain in the ass. But I'm going to, we'll see. Let's see what's going on here, guys. Let's see. Hold on one second. I did not realize this was attached to this Bluetooth wires. No, it's not. No, it's not. No Bluetooth. Yeah, it's not connected. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. All right, guys, let's do this. Let's do this. Dude, what is going on? Oh my god. Is it this? Is it the computer? Dude. Hold on, guys. I am so confused as to why this is doing this. No, whatever. Okay. I'll keep talking while I restart my phone here. I don't know. I don't have all the stuff ready to go here. I wanted to, I truly did, but I do want to play some of the stuff that I've heard and kind of address it because I couldn't get very far because Nikki, you say the same thing over and over and over again, like the same things. And it gets old. And I've noticed that the people that frequent your channel are just the same people that have followed Natasha around for years now. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I mean, the train for that, the bandwagon for that left years ago. Years ago. If you wanted to come out and expose Natasha, like the time for that was years ago. Because nobody here hasn't seen everything for themselves. And the point of the matter is nobody cares. Like, I don't understand what part of exposing people don't get. Like, everybody knows. And I'm just, I mean, honestly, I think a lot of people have played a couple of these live streams. And the reason I'm not going to just play the live stream is because I have little bits and pieces. I don't want to suffer through the whole thing. Like, it's painful for me. I cannot do it. So let's see if I can get this stupid phone to work. That would be good. Oh, actually, this would be perfect. We can just start it with this. Huh. Well. It's thinking about it. We're thinking about it. It's thinking about it. All right.
Before I get down to the get down. Hold on. Let me just go and check. Talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, this is her singing. I just thought that was funny.
American National Anthem.
I thought she was Canadian.
Fuck it. Why not?
All right then.
Hold on.
Let's hear it.
Anyway. And so she went on a whole thing, right?
Well, I'm going to skip that. We'll spare you.
About how, you know, there's certain things that people shouldn't just discuss publicly, and you shouldn't share this kind of information. Natasha, you should stop fucking watching me because I'm a fucking open book, and I'm a scandalous bitch. Just so you know.
Okay.
All right?
Good to know. Thank you.
Scandalous shit going on around here.
So if there's scandalous stuff on your end, what's the problem with anyone else being scandalous? I mean, I'm just saying. Maybe pick a different word. I wish it was a clip so I could fast forward, but I can't. So I'm just going to do it this way.
I already said it before, Natasha. Yes, I did. I sucked the cock in my driveway, and I will do it again.
Right. Okay. That's cool. Cool story.
I have no shame. I don't care.
Clearly.
I give 0 fucks.
Okay.
Hey, Texas girl. How you going?
Like, how is this not embarrassing? Like, I'm sorry, I don't take
I
it.
haven't seen her. Wait a minute, bitch. I am on your fucking ass, and I ain't leaving anytime soon. She said
That's
that
too bad.
I have her name in my mouth more times than any of the fucking men that have banged the bitch. I said, yeah, I have, and I'm going to continue to keep your fucking name in my mouth, bitch.
Okay.
I'm not going to stop.
All right.
I'm not going to stop. I got the time for you, Natasha.
Clearly.
You're running around always talking about I'm not the one, bitch. Yeah, you are, and so am I. Here we are.
So it's so interesting that, you know, she's going to come out and start like this. It's like she took a little bit of all of us who called out Natasha originally. It's like she took little bits of all of our personalities and kind of put them all together and made it into whatever this is. And maybe a little bit of her own there, because I'm going to be straight up. Like, let's be real. Like, Granny's Watching didn't go this low either. Like, as much as I do not like Granny's Watching, that I have a whole past with her. And she is not my favorite person at all, but she is one of the main people that went after Natasha. And she never took the jabs that Nikki's taking. And so let's, like, there's a way to do this without going as low as she's going. And I feel like she thinks that she has to go this low for people to give a shit. And the problem, what's really upsetting is it's kind of true, I guess. But the type of people that you're going to attract like that are not the people that you want to build a community with. Let me tell you, because when everything goes south, and it will, eventually Robbie will decide that Natasha's not the enemy, and then it's been like this for years. It's been like this for years. So I just think that would be very naive and silly. You're really doubling down on this, and I just don't see it ending well. But nobody has gone low like that. Natasha's never gone low like this at all, like especially unprovoked. Now you can't get mad at somebody for saying something if you're the one poking the bear like that. I'm sorry. I stand by that. If I get something in return for this, great. Here's how I handle it. I just don't watch it because I don't care. I'm allowed to say what I want to say. And if somebody wants to be nasty, I honestly don't care. It's been said, it's been done. Doesn't bother me. But like, I love how people claim victim when they started it. I might have to go charge my computer in a minute. I thought I might be able to get around that, but I don't think I can. But let's continue with this.
I don't care. I'll say your names a million more fucking times.
I know you will.
I will make you my content every fucking night, and I will show no shame.
I mean, you already show no shame on this, and you have made her your content. Like, you are building a channel on Natasha's name. I don't know how that's not apparent. I mean, it's all been said and done. If you go through my videos, like it was, and I'm owning up to that. Is my point here? Is I'm owning up to it. I built my channel on Natasha's name. Absolutely did. It is what it is, and now we're years removed from it. And I'm gonna be real. I actually like Natasha a lot. And I'm not just saying that to kiss her ass. I'm not saying that because I want anything from her or her community. I really don't. This me coming on doing this might be a one-time deal. Like, I have no desire to like have a channel. I just want to be a subscriber and come in and talk and have like those connections. That's really what I'm in this for. I just wanted to address some of this stuff because I feel like not enough people are talking about it. I feel like we're just allowing this. And everybody here has a voice. Like, everybody has a channel if you want one. Doesn't mean you have to build one, but everybody has a platform to say what they need to say. And I just think what's been going on, especially just for the sake of, I mean, I don't know what it is. If it's like the pick-me girl, is it? I really don't know. There's a lot of words that come to mind, but I don't know what she's doing this for, because Natasha has never done anything to Nikki. Like, never. Until, she comes back on YouTube and sees a golden opportunity. It's like, oh my God, that's the creator. There she is, the one that so many people built big channels out of, going after. Oh, let me see if I can do it. But like, been there, done that. Like, it's old news. Like, the only people that care are the people that have cared for since like 2017. Like, I've been in this community since 2020, and yes, I can under one name or another. Not that many. I think maybe 3 different names. But I've been here long enough to know. I don't know who this is. This is somebody who I saw come up, I don't know, maybe like a year ago or so. But I really don't know. I don't know, guys. Let's continue. And that's harassment.
To be exposed.
Why?
You deserve
Why?
to be called up for your fuck shit. Your
Why?
child abusing ways.
Okay, see, I can't count how many times she calls Natasha a child abuser. Now, that is a straight up, like, that's an accusation that's actually, I think, qualifies as defamation, if I'm not mistaken. So I do not understand why. I mean, you don't know what goes on. You say you have all this proof of things, but what do you actually know about what goes on in somebody's home? You don't. You don't. And obviously, Natasha has gone through the adoption process, and I don't even want to talk about her. And I feel bad even perpetuating some of this stuff or even replaying it, because I feel like I'm going to contribute to this. But my point is, I have a lot to say, and I need to say it. I need to say it. So after this, I don't want to mention Natasha's niece at all, because she's not on YouTube. This has nothing to do with her. And the fact that people are talking about her, or I'm sorry, Nikki is talking about her, is just unbelievable. And then for all of them to go as low as to talk about Natasha's granddaughter in the way that they did, and I have clips of that too, I'm just appalled. And people need to stand up and say something. Like, if we want anything to get better, this is not something we can allow. Nothing, it was never like this before. And I don't like it.
Oh, she is a child abuser, this bitch.
She says she has proof of this, but again, nobody cares. I haven't
Where's
seen any
Victoria?
proof.
Victoria thinks I'm a skank. Love that.
Okay.
Hey, Victoria, have you ever sucked a cock before?
Like, what is
Try it.
this?
Good times.
Like, does she think that this makes her sound cool? Does she think that this is something that people are going to hear and be like, damn, she is super cool. I want to be like her. Like, I understand having, it's usually the people that say they have no shame that like have a lot of it. And oh my God. It's like I said, it's like she's been studying like how to do this for a while and is now giving it her best attempt at it. And as much as I don't even want to give it energy, like I'm telling you, some of the stuff, like this community would have never before. I didn't clip any of this, so like into
Natasha, she's a child abuser.
again,
she is a
saying
whole
it again.
fucking child abuser, and I have the proof of that.
Okay, cool. Well, actually, it's probably good that this thing didn't upload.
Anybody want to guess what?
So instead of, well, listen, you don't have any proof of things, first of all. But second of all, if you did, and if you're so concerned about a child, why are you just coming on here to like throw it as an accusation and an insult on YouTube instead of doing what? I mean, I don't encourage going real life, but I happen to know that there's no proof of this. But it's like the only you don't actually care about anybody's child. All you care about is just throwing out these facts, thinking like you're exposing something that there isn't anything to expose because it's been out there for years. And the clips that she does refer to that she claims is child abuse, like those clips have also been out there for years and everybody's seen it and everybody sees it differently. Like people don't, oh my God, she just exaggerates these things. And I don't know. I mean, she says she has these big bombshells of certain things. And I mean, I have yet to see it. So, I mean, until I see it, I mean, I'm just going to go off of what I've seen for the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could see
So
through
unoriginal, dumbass.
You know what's unoriginal? You know what's unoriginal? This whole going after the Natasha thing. It's been said, it's been done. Like I said, I can name so many people, including myself, that have already done this song and dance. And guess what? Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, you are not going to be the next Granny's Watching. You are not going to be the next Kim and Crafton. I don't even want to consider myself like that. I was never like super sick. Or Dorothy. I mean, the list goes on and on of people that have called out Natasha, like, relentlessly. And nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Friggin' view from his building the other day. I mean,
Oh, she's screaming Natasha.
what's near it? What's hello?
Yes, Lyndon, that's exactly what it is. And what he needs to understand is if it happens, all of this fucking shit he sits there and chats and whatever, everybody has it. You know what I mean? Like shit gets recorded because or maybe he too. Yeah, there's nothing he can do. Everything he's doing right now is projecting. There's absolutely nothing they can do to me. They're literally bringing up shit from.
Go fuck yourself, Natasha. There was a lot I could do to you. Like trigger
Wow.
the fuck out of you, expose you for the fucking pig that you are.
Wow. Dude,
What are you
no
talking about?
one
There's nothing anybody can do
cares.
for you. What the fuck are you even doing on this fucking platform anyway?
What are you doing?
Except for running your mouth lying about people, you cunt.
Wow. I mean, like Kim, exactly, projecting. But guys, let me go get my charger real quick because my laptop is about to die. So give me 1 second. I really hate that I have to do this. But hold on, let me hold this on mute and hopefully my cat doesn't jump up on here and do a live stream of his own. But give me 1 second, guys. Okay, let me get this plugged in real quick. I'll take you with me. Yes, there we go. Don't you dare knock this over. Let me plug this in real quick. Why are these? Oh. You know, guys, childproofing is annoying. And of course, this isn't a 3. All right, hold on, guys. I gotta get all these things out. Well, everything's childproofed, so you know. You guys know the deal. Why does none of these have a 3-prong charger? Oh, don't do this to me. I could have sworn these did. But I guess I was mistaken. So I guess we'll just do it over here. All right, bear with me. Sorry, I gotta unchildproof this real quick. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Let's get this plugged in. And then we'll get back to the main event here. Just gonna grab myself my phone and my glass of water. Trickery, I swear to you, if you jump on that, I'm gonna be very, very, very displeased. I know you're going to, but please don't do it. I will get you something. Okay? You have food. You do have food. Okay, let's keep this going, guys.
From 50 years ago to 50,000 people have already.
No, Natasha, we're not going to play those fucking reindeer games, okay? Because I don't got time for that. You want to sit up here and say that the videos that I have been shown 50 million times?
They have.
Bitch, think again. You and I both know that's some bullshit. You wish people would believe that. But no, the people have not seen the abusive videos.
Okay,
that
where are
you
they?
were doing on live streams in 2019, 2018.
Actually, yes, those videos have been out. What was the name of the channel that had them? There was, it'll come to me, but there is a channel out there that has all of that archived, and I would know because I found it and I added it into some videos. So yes, it is out there, and again, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
To Mariah, you and fucking Hannah and Dalton.
Unbelievable.
Your fucking daughter. And I don't want to hear one goddamn word come out of your fucking mouth because I mentioned your daughter sucked a dick.
Okay.
You put it on a live stream, and she was waiting for that child to come home to get her whooping, and Hannah was cackling like she fucking loved it.
So later on, you'll hear her go in about like saying that that we shouldn't, talk about kids, and she's doing this because, Natasha's niece was like, but like, how are you any better if you're gonna play all this stuff? Like, how are you any better? And like I said, I wish I could have edited some of this, but I can't. So we're just gonna react to all of it. And also, I mean, those who live in glass houses, I mean, if you want to claim that your home life and your everything in your house has been good to go like 100% of the time, I mean, that's a bold claim. I don't think any of us can come on here and say that, our homes, we don't make mistakes as parents, or we don't, we've never made a mistake, or we've never done something that, other people might think is weird, but is like, I'm telling you, I really hope that everything in your house is just perfect, 10 out of 10. And because I'm telling you, and if you want to keep pushing people like this, I don't go real life. I don't encourage people to go real life, but there are people here that will, and don't be surprised when it happens. Don't be surprised, because that's how this community, unfortunately, has people that do that. But I will say that any of the major creators have never gone that low. I never heard any other creator talk about Natasha's family members quite as much as you're doing, and I don't like it.
She ratted out that child who was, 13 at the time? And you had a belt in your fucking hand, bitch. Fuck you.
Nobody, first of all, I do know of that situation, and it is not as what's being described at all. So show the proof.
Pontificated upon for years. Pontificated upon for years upon years. You talked about everybody in my family. Woohoo.
Well, that's just like last night. She's showing the fucking whatever transcription, whatever the fuck it was.
You'll be hell on wheels till we went through it all.
That's it.
Well, you got one.
Well, Natasha, how did you feel when you were robbing young mothers? What did you do with that money? When you robbed your own sister of $13,000, bitch. What about
These are some big claims with no proof to back it up whatsoever. And I mean, let me tell you, I assure you, I've seen most of the proof. I have seen the PDF file that's gone around about Natasha. And Natasha, I'm not sure if you knew that that was a thing. But yes, there is a whole PDF file created by people that I'm sure you can guess. I'm not really sure who started it, but I know there's a whole thing. And I've seen everything in it because I used to go after Natasha. And nothing that's being described is what's actually in there.
the $50,000 that you stole out of this fucking community? We're gonna get to that.
How is it 50,000 now? I only know of
You got on your crime. Listen sad stories to.
the number just keeps going up.
When he said he paid his rent up 6 months ahead of time, bullshit.
It was supposed to already be a hit.
Why the fuck do you guys care about Robbie's rent? Jack's over here talking about me running my mouth about shit that happened 5 years ago. That shit actually happened. It's a court.
Jax is right.
You guys are sitting here talking about someone's rent.
3 months.
Right, 3 months in.
You're the one. Wait, you're the one talking about something that happened years and years and years ago. That's you. Like, you're talking about that. I mean, they're just talking about current events. I don't see what the issue is. And Jax is absolutely right. Yeah, you should listen. He has some good points.
Right.
Fucking corn.
He does realize calling the police under both false pretenses and making shit up. And filing false reports, he does realize a lot.
Yeah. Well, no, he thinks he knows shit. He thinks he knows shit, but he doesn't know. Obviously, I know better than anybody.
Literally said I'd get to land a blowjob any day.
Did you just say you know better than anybody? Fuck you, Kim. Who the fuck? Kim, you think you're a lawyer or a paralegal, whatever the fuck it is you think you are, because you were watching fucking People's Court and the DeVry commercial came on? Is that where you got your degree, bitch?
Are you educated? Like, what do you do? Like, I'm what are your credentials? Because Kim is very, very intelligent, very articulate. You can tell she's educated. I mean, just because somebody has a degree in something and hasn't done something with that degree doesn't mean that they didn't get the degree in it. You know what I mean? Like, my undergrad is in criminal justice, and I don't work in criminal justice at all. Never really have. So, I mean, I don't really know the point on that. That's what, you know, even my master's degree, I don't use really. I mean, I use it a little bit at the job I have now, but not a ton.
Because I believe so.
Any day. So, you know.
Well,
He said he would?
Yeah.
Oh, hell, God help me now.
he's messed up. That's why I'm like, he wants to play cop games. Like, how many drugs do you think are in his house, guys? I mean, it's like, you know, the way he's over there talking, it's like, you better call my police before I call him.
DeVry commercial came on? Is that where you got your degree, bitch?
I don't know why it's playing that again.
Because I believe so.
Nobody
So,
asked you. And no, I don't think that's true.
Oh, hell, God help me now.
He's messed up. That's why I'm like, he wants to play cop games. Like, how many drugs do you think are in his house, guys?
I think it might be
it's like, you know, the way
clip
he's over there
choice.
talking, it's like, you better call my police before I call his.
You fucking cornballs. Listen to you're sitting next to the biggest criminal in this fucking community.
I mean, do you want to see that in like? I would like to see criminal records. You want to have people like compare criminal records here, because again, those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. And again, I don't even think it's comparable. Like, nobody here is perfect. Nobody here is super amazing. Nobody here is morally superior. Like, truly not. Like, we've all done some bad things. I mean, I personally don't have a criminal record, but you know, let's be real, guys. Let's look at who's like the real problem here. And you can say I'm sucking up to her all you want. I genuinely, like, Natasha's not the bad guy here. She's just not now. Not like, the more time out that I've had from the whole situation, the more I've realized that Natasha really isn't that bad. Like, everybody here, like, has done some really shitty things. And the people that have, you know, so quote unquote replaced her, you know, did even worse. So, oh my God, Chippy, I swear to God, hold on. Oh, what's out there, baby? Is there someone out there? Is there a cat out there? I don't see anything. Love bug, I don't see anything. What are you looking at? Love bug. Is there a cat out here? Let's see. No, I don't see anyone. I think you're looking at ghosts. But yeah, like Natasha isn't anything like what a lot of people make her out to be, and a lot of people have like made these situations and exaggerated and built upon them, and then it's just turned into a lot of stuff that just isn't factual. Now, was some of that stuff like real? Like, yes, I mean, Natasha's admitted it. It's nothing that Natasha hasn't owned. I mean, she made like merchandise with her mugshot on it, for God's sakes. I mean, yeah, she knows what happened, and she's been honest about that from day one. I personally don't think that we should be talking about anything like that at all. I don't love that either. I feel like I don't know. I don't love the digging that people do on each other. But you know, now that I've been around as long as I have, I'm telling you, it's not Natasha. It's not Natasha. You want to blame like the people that have been in her community that do some digging and give it to her, sure, but it's not her. And I actually quite like Natasha. I think that she's very talented, and she's done a lot of stuff that nobody else here has been able to. I mean, I don't know many people whose channels go down and they're able to rebuild the community like that. I don't think I've seen that, and I just don't. So I don't know. I enjoy her, and I've always enjoyed her content. I really couldn't even tell you what happened before. All I know is that I'm sorry if I caused any bad feelings. But like I said, we call it flip-flopping if it's somebody we don't like, but it's being an adult if it's someone you do. So whether I'm flip-flopping or being an adult, either way, it's not something that's uncommon around here. Everybody does it. Get over it. Like literally everybody.
Anyways, I can't with these fucking people. They're fucking clowns. They're fucking clowns. That's what they are.
Says the clown.
Anyways.
Wow.
I mean, what I was leading up to is there was one part where I heard Robbie, they were talking, I think they were talking about your balcony, and I was like, are you people fucking for real? Like, Jax, why the fuck are you up there talking? Why, Jax, why?
Because he can.
Why are you sitting with a woman who's getting information and fucking hanging out with bitches that betrayed one of your best friends in the worst fucking way?
Because some of us are adults who can like move on from things and realize that all of this was said and done years ago, and maybe we had some big feelings about it years ago, but we get over it and we're like, you know what, Natasha's actually pretty chill. I mean, that I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for Jax, but I'm pretty sure he probably feels, you know, in a similar way. It's called, like I said, you can call it what you want. You can call it flip-flopping, or you can call it being an adult. I don't really care which one you choose. However, some of us just it's water under the bridge for us. Jax was with Natasha before I even got there. So, and they were super close. So I don't see how this is weird to anybody. I mean, people have been doing this forever. And I certainly understand if Jax used to be around you and has now decided that he doesn't want to be around such a ray of sunshine like yourself. Because I could only get through like a live stream and a half because I was just like, this is just, I mean, I don't blame anybody for leaving over there. I totally get it. Like, at least Natasha's entertaining. And I don't mean that in a demeaning way. It's like more of a figure of speech. I don't mean it like at least Natasha. No, but Natasha is entertaining and has like a fun community and stuff. And this is just like all negativity. Like, there's nothing fun about what you rant and rave about for hours. I'm not having fun.
Amber through the worst fucking shit she's ever been through in this community. You're gonna fucking sit up there and defend.
If we're talking about the same Amber, now I don't have an issue with Amber. I've always liked Amber. I don't really know what's gone on this past year or what that's about, but I know Amber's been through a bunch of stuff in this community, and I find it hard to believe that anything like this is like the worst that she's been through, because I know even before I knew her, she was really put through the ringer. So I don't know, but maybe we're talking about a different Amber.
That bitch. Okay. Anyway.
I mean, maybe I need to come out with a blast from the past and stuff.
Laura sounds like like she eats fucking cigarettes for breakfast. She reminds me of Dirty Hooker. She sounds like she eats cigarettes and gravel for fucking breakfast.
And you sound like somebody who forgot to take their medication with breakfast, or either that or somebody who's, chosen not to eat food for breakfast and instead has ingested a bunch of alcoholic beverages, because something's not right.
Kim, if you gotta control anything in your fucking life, I suggest it be your fucking husband's hand.
Seriously. I can't. I can't. I will say, and hold on, guys. Hopefully you guys can still hear me while I'm getting some water. But I will say, for the people that, I don't think loyalty is even a thing here on this platform anywhere. But nobody can say I was ever disloyal to Kim and Crafton. I've always liked Kim and Crafton, a lot. And regardless of anything they've done, or may not have done, I don't even know. I really do enjoy them, and I very much like Kim a lot. Crafton, you're pretty chill too, But they were one of the first channels that I found coming on here, and I have always enjoyed them. So I will always defend them if I can, and you will never hear me say a bad word about them. It would take quite a bit for me to say something. I haven't encountered it, and I literally stepped foot in Crafton's chat probably at the very beginning of 2021. So it's been a while. But, again, I understand that people around here side-eye me, and I understand that. However, like I said, I am not here to build a channel. I'm not here. I don't want to do this. I'm doing this because I feel like people need to right now after what I've heard. I feel like this needs to be talked about. And if I can lend my voice to that, I'm going to. However, I'm not going to be live streaming. I don't care if you subscribe to my channel or not. I am messing around with some shorts at the moment that have nothing to do with drama. Chicory, do not do it. Right. Do I have to get you food? I don't know what that is either. That's some cartoonish sounding nonsense. Just her profile picture is a little frightening, not gonna lie. So you're welcome for having you have to look at me instead. See, so what's on the screen right now, right? What's on the screen is a comment that says Kim Red Oak Neck. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was that comment that people were so outraged about. Actually, these same people were super outraged about when someone else said it. But now it's okay and they're saying it themselves. That's how the logic here works. So, it doesn't make sense at all. So I don't know why we were so outraged about it when we like the person, but then when we don't like that person, suddenly we are not only not outraged, but we are saying it ourselves. It makes no sense. It is quite literally down the rabbit hole. I don't even know. Let's continue. Come on. This is why I wanted to upload this differently.
Okay, so remember the diary pages, right?
Okay, we can go there.
I called out Natasha for the whole diary situation, and what did she say? She said I was re-victim. If she's gonna say that I'm re-victimizing her niece,
you are.
She acknowledges that she victimized her niece.
That logic isn't even
That's
sound.
Why Jax
Nope.
Jax has a problem with me because of
Nope.
diary pages.
Nope. Not even the same thing. So let's be real. Okay, guys, I don't know. Most of us here have been in this community for a long time. And Natasha was not the one who put out the diary pages. Okay, the diary pages were not put onto a public platform by Natasha. Now, Natasha did send them to some of her mods who they're close. They have a relationship. They were talking like friends do. And I don't want to hear it from anybody saying that they haven't, sent something privately to somebody that if it went public, said there wouldn't be a whole hullabaloo about. Let's be real now. None of us are perfect parents. None of us always make the right choices. We all vent to our friends and things like that. So quite literally, I feel as if the fault for this would lie with the person that actually put it out. However, I've been vocal about how I feel about that. Like I said, I would have hoped that Natasha's niece didn't see these, but the only person bringing it up now, years later, is you. And for you to bring it up as a talking point, not because you actually care, but because you're trying to like throw that as a jab at Natasha. I don't know. I don't respect it. And nobody is admitting that they victimized. Natasha didn't victimize. I just don't see it that way. Do I think that those pages should have been put out in the first place? No, I don't. However, I didn't feel like it was as egregious as I think some other people did, but I would not do that myself. But no, I don't think that. I think it was wrong, and Natasha's not the one victimizing anybody. Now, the people that keep talking about it, now you're victimizing. But you know, people just talking back and forth in the first place. Like, I've been in group chats and people talk about things like that all the time. And I don't want to hear anything otherwise. Like, the difference though is that on YouTube, nobody's your friend, and you have to learn that the hard way. And Natasha did learn that.
Because they keep talking about them. That's not re-victimizing her niece. And by the way, her niece doesn't give a fuck. She's acknowledged that. I'm calling out Natasha's fucking behavior. What kind of woman goes into a fucking diary of a 12-year-old, a trauma journal that she had no business being in?
I disagree.
Reading, opens it up, takes photos, and then uploads them to a group chat.
So many parents, if they find something that they're like, I don't know how to handle this. What are your thoughts? How should I handle this? I mean, I've asked my friends things before. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. The only mistake Natasha made was putting it in something that had anything to do with YouTube or the internet. That was her only mistake with that. Because all of us have sent things. We're like, oh, I just found this. What do I do? Or what does this mean? Or whatever, or to discuss it with our friends, because like, that's what people do, is they discuss, they work through things. So yeah, and I don't, she goes on later on about how, so she tries to use as a point that Natasha said that Mariah hates when people talk about her on the internet. And again, that's why I said, I don't know if I love that I'm even doing this now, but I feel like it needs to be done to say something about it. So she's saying that she hates it. And then she's saying that like Natasha's using that as like I don't know, like a weapon or something. And then but that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. So how is she cool with it? I've never heard that Mariah was cool with it. And what teenager hasn't been like, if you know, you're told about something, they're like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I mean, a lot of people on here say that they don't care, but clearly they do. It's still not okay.
And then they get leaked. And she doesn't take any accountability for that.
I feel like she was held accountable for that very much.
Say, oh, you're attacking my child. You're
you are.
No, bitch. No, we're reminding you of what you did.
Really? Okay. Now, this is somebody also who had a lot to say about Natasha making a comment about their deceased mother, when that person has made many comments about literally so many of Natasha's family. So, like I said, if you don't want it done to you, don't do it. Natasha, on her own free will, would have never, ever, ever even talked about you. She doesn't care. But the thing is that, and I think maybe you tried it the right way with like some softcore drama, and maybe didn't get quite the response you wanted because Natasha doesn't care. Let me tell you, it took a long time for Natasha to even acknowledge my existence, like maybe a whole year of going at her, because she doesn't care. She doesn't care. You know, I'm nobody to her. I'm still nobody to her. So you have to do something pretty awful to get Natasha's attention. And I think talking about her family in the way that it's been done warrants that. So I'm sorry, if you poke the bear, you get bit, and I have no sympathy whatsoever.
Since Natasha, you know, she's always out here running around talking about They're weaponizing my child. They're victimizing my child. Okay, well, let's have a listen to this.
Oh my God. Is this where she's talking about how, I think it is. I don't even want to go through all that, to be honest. That I don't even care about that. I don't even want to visit this, to be honest. I've rechanged my stance on this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. Because honestly, the more I think about it, the more I don't think that Mariah needs to be mentioned at all. Now, she also goes at Hannah and at her granddaughter later on. So we're going to play a little bit of that because I mean, I don't know. Back in the day, it was frowned upon to talk about Hannah. It was frowned upon. I got called out. I think I mentioned her name once and I got called out at all. Like, I wasn't even saying anything. So, like, the community never used to be like this. And we don't want this here. We don't want this here. What's this?
I don't know how to put it. Maybe you sort of came out on top. But, bitch, have a fucking seat and recognize what the fuck you are dealing with right now.
No one's afraid of you, Nikki. Natasha's not afraid of you.
You
I'm
should
not.
know. I don't stop.
That's harassment.
You talked about me having
And crazy.
your name in my mouth more times than anyone you've ever been with. Bitch, I'm going to continue, and I'm going to have your name, my name,
She says
your
this
name
over
in my
again.
mouth a million more fucking times, bitch, because I got a million more fucking reasons.
What are your reasons?
Even if I didn't, I'd still run my mouth.
Because you're crazy. Cool. All right. There it
Now,
is.
You saying that, Natasha? I see what you're doing. I recognize what you're up to here. You think that saying that about me is going to somehow offend me or embarrass me or make me look, or I guess maybe in your fucked up head, make you believe that I'm going to try to defend myself against
What? You
that
started
dimension?
this.
You know, of course, it doesn't go unnoticed. But the fact that you would say that is another clue
What?
that you do listen.
You
do.
listen to everything.
Of course.
Jesus
you would.
Christ.
Not only do you listen to me, you restring me. You're just like Tiffany.
Half of your content is you restreaming Natasha, so I really don't understand. Like, y'all do it. She's doing it because she wants to show everybody like what you're saying, because what you're saying really is something special. Like, if it was just like what used to be said, like, she wouldn't give any of that the time of day. But where you're going with this is so much lower than anybody has been willing to go before. And I don't say that like it's a good thing. I say that like it's pretty gross. And I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not here for it at all. And honestly, like, you started it with Natasha. Natasha didn't start this with you. So I don't know. Natasha does other things on her channel too, whereas you just talk about Natasha nonstop, literally, like a crazy person. So, I mean, you've admitted you're unhinged. I don't know why that is or what's going on, but I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't end well. It doesn't. And I mean, I had to come to terms with the fact that I looked ridiculous on the internet, and what I was doing was ridiculous. Like, I did a bunch of self-reflection, as did many of these people, because, you know, I'm seeing people come back from being in retirement or whatever from being on here. And a lot of us are saying the same things. It's not a good look. And as it stands right now, it's probably just going to be you in the not too distant future. So have fun with that, with the same group of people that have been saying the same thing for years and years and years.
Even Amy didn't go that far. You and Tiffany are in a class all your own.
Pretty sure she went at Amy relentlessly too. Am I wrong?
I can't go live without you two fucking like rubbing one out and just going to town.
Dude, you are the one obsessed with Natasha. I don't understand how the lack of self-awareness, like, just own it, dude. You started this with her. You listen to everything she says, and you've gone through like archives of like 2019. You say that you like record like all these videos. So who's obsessed with who? I'm pretty sure Natasha's not recording every single one of your live streams. She doesn't have to. You say the same thing in every one. But I'm so confused right now.
I mean, I don't know if I should feel flattered or sickened. I'm not sure. But either way,
Wow.
I guess I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no one knows what to say.
Continue? Do whatever. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. But Natasha, like I said before, I'm on your fucking ass, bitch.
You've said it like
And I don't see
10
that
times.
stopping anytime soon.
Great.
Absolutely not. Child abuser. I
Defamation.
don't get down with people who do the things that you did.
I don't get down with people that bring people's family that have nothing to do with YouTube onto it. I don't get down with people that talk about people's grandchildren, calling them obese, and other like things. I don't get down with that because first of all, her grandchild is not even on here. You talked about her older child too, which she's never been on here. And Hannah, I haven't even heard of anything about Hannah being on YouTube in years and years and years because her channel was taken down. So as far as I'm concerned, that's also family not on YouTube. And to talk about that, and I assure you, I think you said you have 6 children, right? How would you enjoy that if Natasha went that low? I don't think Natasha will, because Natasha's a better person. However, you know, if you put it out there like that, if you want to go that low, you are opening up the opportunity for somebody to go low at you right back. It's not going to be me. I don't think it's going to be Natasha, but don't be surprised and don't cry about it.
So, yeah. And you keep saying it. You don't have anything that people haven't shown a million
You don't.
times, but bitch, I do. I have things that people in this community haven't seen.
Really?
They haven't seen those videos.
Yes, they have.
Well, actually,
See?
there have been a couple of them that have. Because I'm going to show them.
Cool. Do
Now,
it.
I know I said in the past I probably wasn't, and then I said I was going to put them on another channel, but I wasn't sure. Bitch, fuck you.
Still haven't seen it.
Anybody who harms a child or causes a child to be in fear deserves to be exposed. So, if I
Right.
make that happen, I'm going to make that happen, and I'm
No
going
one
to make
cares.
sure that people understand how you weaponize that child.
Do you know how many people have tried and failed to do what you're doing for God knows what reason? I never went there with what I was saying, but like nothing. Even you said there are people that have seen those videos. I assure you there are, because a lot more people than you realize were in those groups back in like 2019 and so on. And I mean, I don't know many people that haven't seen the PDF file that went around, and all of that is included in this. And I've seen it all for myself, and I strongly disagree with quite a bit of what you're saying here. But also, why be this obsessed? Why dig into years and years and years ago? Like, people can change, you know that, right? Like, I don't hold people like I'm not one of those people that's just gonna hate somebody forever. Like, there are some people that I'll hate more than like for longer times, but I don't really hold a grudge indefinitely. Not usually. And a lot of us we're just done with it. You know, it's old news. We want to start over. We want to have fun on here. And we just want to be left alone to do that. But I can't just allow some of this to be said and not say something.
You're not going to, if you're going to use her against me, bitch, I'm going to give you a fucking reason to. And do you think I give a fuck what anybody says about it? No, I don't. I don't.
Okay, good. So this won't bother you then.
So, I'm not going to has a whole fucking bullshit ass story about that. Well, I'm gonna show you the truth.
Okay.
But before I do that, I want to show you.
Oh no, nobody cares about that. What is this bullshit? Oh, wow. It's really, if you look at the names that she's pulling up for like the chat, it is all your usual suspects. Like literally every single one has been doing this to Natasha for like the past 6 years. That is nuts. That is nuts. What is this one? Let's see, guys. What do we got here?
How sad you were, and all her children are so sad, which I don't doubt. Of course.
Oh, this is about Mother's Day.
But is that really fucking content Natasha.
It's not supposed to be
For what
content.
reason would you want to be out here telling all of your people what these children are? We know. It's just common logic. We know. And you had nothing to say about your own children and anything that they may have done for you on Mother's Day. You didn't give a fuck about that. You didn't want to share that with anybody.
Dude, that doesn't even make sense. She's coming, Natasha, like her or not, she's got a whole community that has been with her for a long time that actually care about her and what's going on in her life. So yeah, she came on and was talking about it. I did not feel that was grifting. I will be the first to say if something's grifting, and I do, but that didn't feel like grifting at all. That is such a reach. It's not even funny. Like, how, I do not understand. She's talking about the loss of her mother and her sister, who are part of the family. And on Mother's Day, I don't understand the logic of why talking about that isn't. If I'm not mistaken, is it your first it's I don't know. It's fresh. I feel like her sister passed away recently, if I'm not mistaken, and I don't think her mom passed away that long ago. But even so, I feel like it was recently, but it doesn't matter. Like, why can't she have feelings about that? She's not grifting. She's not creating a fund. Like, she's just talking to her community about it. Just like you talk to the community about your cats. Is that grifting?
I show some appreciation.
Unreal, man. Let me see here.
Natasha's family has never owned shit.
Why do you care?
You can tell just by first of all, she doesn't even know her father. Didn't he abandon her?
Wow.
She hates her other sister.
Digging into, but you're not obsessed, right? No, you're not obsessed. I didn't even know that. I don't know if that's true or not. In either way,
she's talking about.
Unreal, man. It's gross.
I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to find out.
Oh, you want to do some digging? Okay, cool. Good to know. Heads up, Natasha. Freaking loon over here.
Who's Snorty Brown?
I don't even know what that's about.
To get Mariah in trouble. Mariah was like 12 or 13.
No one
12,
cares.
12 actually.
Stop it.
And she ran home.
No one cares. Everybody knows about everything and nobody cares. You are saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And nobody cares. I'm an adopted child. I don't know. All I ever wanted was a loving home that cared about me and took care of me and met my needs. That's really all you can ask for. And was my childhood great? Not really. Not really. I had a lot of bumps in the road, and were any of our parents? Nobody's made a mistake. Nobody's parents have ever made mistakes. You've never made a mistake as a parent. I find that very hard to believe. I think nobody is perfect. So to nitpick somebody, just based on what you see on a live stream or hear is unreal. Unless they live on the internet like you seem to. And even so, I would never claim to know what goes on in your house. Nikki, I would never claim to know because I don't. Oh my God, it's literally the same people. Jesus Christ.
It's for anybody who's going to defend that bullshit. Okay, I have 6 children that I gave birth to.
Okay.
And if I was able to raise those children properly.
Oh, she's talking about Natasha's parenting there, which is, I just want to find this one part.
And she knew better at her age.
Oh, talking about Hannah. Yeah, okay, because people give a fuck. Oh, is this where she rage quits? Because that's amazing. We're going to go there.
Child. And that's in the police reports.
What police reports? Nobody cares. Jesus Christ. But just for funsies, let's, did that one not go in? Maybe not. So we're going to listen to this, and I'm so sorry, guys. This is what kind of sparked me wanting to do this here.
So lazy that she ordered DoorDash for grilled cheese for her grandchild instead of getting off her ass and making one.
Y'all act like you've never DoorDashed food for your kid before.
About everybody else.
My granddaughter's already obese. I'm
Seriously?
sorry to be mean, but she is.
that poor little granddaughter of hers is gonna end up just like her grandmother.
You guys hear that?
Sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
I said that poor little granddaughter of hers.
So lazy that
Like,
she ordered.
do you not hear that? Like, Mrs. P, come on. Come on. Don't sink that low. I mean, I don't know why I'm even bothering to try to come across to you like that. I don't even know. But y'all act like you've never gotten DoorDash. Like, come on. Let's not talk about a little child who is not on here, who nobody cares. Like, we never used to be like this as a community. There was also, though, so Nikki was very upset about something Natasha said about her mother, her deceased mother. And she's like talking about it and such. And I'm like, and then saying that Natasha shouldn't be talking about her deceased mother because that's grifting. So is it grifting about that? I mean, I'm just saying, you've said all sorts of awful things about Natasha and like every single member of her family. So I'm sorry that she made a comment because you're always talking about having a dick in your mouth all the time. Like, and you do. I mean, I can't tell you how many times, like you always like circle back to that. Like it's something that you're super proud of, and that's cool. If you're proud of that, that's fine. But like, it's kind of, I mean, you do whatever you do, but to say it like that on the internet, like it's kind of trashy. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of trashy. And it's a whole level of just stuff in this community that we don't need. I mean, I know that I think this has been going on for a while with other people. I've heard people say things about all of this, but I never paid attention because honestly, like that drama, all of that stuff, I just wasn't a part of it and I didn't see it. But I am seeing what's being said about Natasha because she is opening my eyes to it. I was watching Natasha's live stream and I've caught some of it. And then I wanted to go back and see for myself. And when I did, it was even worse than I thought. Natasha's not even playing all the good parts. Like, she's not even playing some of the worst stuff that's being said here. So I don't know, dude. I don't like this. I don't want this in my community. So I'm going to speak up and say something. I was checked out Country Joe's. I like seeing Country Joe and Natasha on panel together. I think as communities, we need to just all around kind of put our foot down to this. There's no need. We all just want to come here and have fun. Leave our kids, leave our families out of it. Okay? Like, it's not that hard. If you don't have what it takes to go back and forth with somebody without going that low, you don't have what it takes. And again, I'm not claiming to be somebody that has what it takes. I have no desire to. That's not what my point is. But if you want to come on here and you want to grow a community and grow a channel, and the only way you can do that is by taking pot shots at people and going as low as humanly possible, that's not sustainable. And eventually, what goes around comes around, and you're not going to like it. And nobody's going to care either. Nobody, because it's like, well, I don't know, you brought that on yourself. So like, have the day you deserve. But every channel that has tried to expose Natasha in the past, like, many of them did it way better, and nobody has gone that low. Nobody. Kim and Crafton never went that low. Granny's Watching never went that low. I never went that low. Dorothy never went that low. I mean, there's other people I'm forgetting, and I'm so sorry. Lycan never went that low. With the exception of that. We don't need to go into that, though. Like, I do like Lycan. I do. I wish that there weren't such politics on here and we could all just be friends and go where we want. But, that's just not the reality. But, like, nobody's gone as low as what I've seen recently. And I'm not here for it. And that's why I'm speaking up and saying something. So that's all I have to say about this. If I have anything more to say, I suppose I will come back on and do that. I don't know what's going on with this. Maybe I should do like shorter clip things too. I just don't want to react to somebody's whole live stream, especially when they're saying things that just the same things over and over again. And I'm just like, what's the point? But I will upload this. If you feel like listening, great. If you're listening to the end, you are the true MVP. And I will see all of you around in chats. All right. Hope everybody is having a great Friday.